back, episode 2, A&D Weekly. Let's get after it. Out here at Kingston Bagpues, 264 units. Started here in January 2018. Literally last knockings now. Just going to see the agent, get an invoice signed. A couple of low levels to complete on the plots next to the show home originally. Oh, it's a long time ago. Little garden wall to top, and then we are done. Been a cracking job. Won 2 Pride in the Jobs. Very well organised. Been a great job. Gonna miss it.
Hello, mate. You are getting a bit short, Wayne, aren't you? Have you got any good words to say about A&D? Don't swear, it's just going on YouTube.
They got a good drone.
You can obviously only inspect what you can fucking see. So.
Yeah.
Back to front. Pride in the job. Pride in the job with Will. Assistant site manager. How many units you got here, Will? 280. How long have you been here?
4 years.
4 years now. It's a good lad, is our Will. 2 Pride in the job. Just at a new development for Deanfield Homes in Stanton Harcourt with the 2 Amigos. Making the 3 Amigos. Pre-start, 40 units, brickwork only at this minute in time. Let's see what we can do. Looks like a lovely site, lovely area. Couple of horses kicking about. Bit of natural stone. Only 3 plots natural stone, the rest are recon. But anyway, we'll get into it. So just at our latest acquisition, planning permission here for a couple of units. Sleepy village of Cherhill. See the big white horse on the road as we go out. Set lovely in the hillside. Picturesque village. Actually high demand here for residents. New build plots in general. Great area. Even an old phone box there. Might see if I can acquire that at some point. But yeah, going to reconfigure all this car park area around here. Quite big gardens on these, so separates the plots nicely from the car park. I said keep you updated.
Say hello. Say hello to the cow.
So you want to be a property developer. One of the most important things to know is how to value the land. I'm currently working on a deal which I've actually just made an offer on. Fingers crossed, waiting to hear back. But this is how I do it quickly before going into a full site appraisal. So we take the GDV, so that's the gross development value. So there's 2 houses in question here, and they're worth £340,000 each. We've got our profit in here, 136,000. That's 20% of the end value of the product we're going to produce. We've calculated some build costs here, and we've used a build cost of £1,500 a square metre. So this £265,000, we're going to need to borrow that off the bank. So we're going to calculate some interest and bits and pieces in there. So we're going to work on about 1% a month, and we're going to need this money for a year. Let's just keep it simple. 12% of 265 is going to cost about 35 grand, somewhere around that, to borrow that money to build them houses. Then unfortunately we have the CIL, the Community Infrastructure Levy, which is a tax imposed for building additional dwellings for refuge collection, the fire service. It's calculated on a square foot or square meterage rate, depending on area. In this particular area for these 2 houses, it's going to cost 15 grand. We're going to have to sell them at the end. Typically we're going to need to give an estate agent 1.5%. 1.5% of the end value, just over 10 grand. We got a little bit in for legal and stamp duty. So we're all in at £463,200. The end value of the 2 houses that we're going to build is 680 grand. 680 grand, less all our build costs, interest, levy, profit, all the bits and pieces, gives us a land value of around 216,000. That is how I appraise a site very quickly.
Another site visit, just a couple of miles from our office in Swindon. 70 units, nearly finished here. Got this beauty behind us, sort of a bespoke one-off plot that was part of the planning condition. So there was an old leisure club here, and part of the planning condition was that it needed to have something on the front of the site which sort of represented the old health club. So the house builder has built that. Very nice, great specification. The rest of the site, more your sort of standard, you know, typical new build housing development, but nearly done here. Great site manager, former NHBC inspector. His father was actually an NHBC inspector for a number of years, so closely watched site. But yeah, good site, nearly there, last push. Let's get this one done, and on to the next one. Try and just get this finished and get it across the line for the site manager. So, are we the cleanest bricklayers you've ever worked with, Sean?
Yeah, right.
Just on our site at Legal and General Homes in Shrivenham, just stone's throw away from the office. 515 units here, quite possibly one of the biggest fields I've ever seen, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a cracking job. One pride in the job and seal of excellence under here with the main man Magic. And his name's really Magic. When he first started, I said to him, what was your real name? And he went, Magic. But Magic actually started as a brickwork labourer for us. Done your cots with us?
Yeah.
Correct. And now what are you now, Magic?
Part 2.
Part 2. And Peter, how good is he?
He is very good.
So Peter is our scaffolding supervisor at Cross Streets Park, Legal and General in Shrivenham. And how many times you won subcontractor of the month, Peter?
I've been a subcontractor of the month twice.
Twice. So we're going for the hat trick. Two good lads. Magic is now part 2. Well done, lads. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
515 units here, brickwork and scaffolding. Currently on phase 2. It's just literally a mile from the office, just across the road. I was determined to win this job when I knew it would come about. So really good site, well run. One pride in the job, one seal of excellence. Very good job. Good amount of labour on here. You know, keeps them going. It can hold a lot of lads. But yeah, lovely job, lovely product. You know, really do go above and beyond with their spec. Pleasure to be part of it, to be perfectly honest, and feel very privileged to have the site so close to the office, which gives us a facility to you know, continue our development of local labour and the apprentices, keep that apprentice programme going. So cracking job, and looking to be here for at least another couple of years. Been here 3 years now, 3 years in April. Yeah, great site today. So pre-workout with my boy Dante, okay, before hitting a bit of deadlifts.
So Saturday gym session is a bit of back and legs. So started off with the abductor machine, which is I didn't record, and then straight into leg extensions. 2 sets here, one straight set of 10 to 12, and then this set, which is videoed, is a drop set, just a single drop on here. So 10 to 12 reps, drop the weight, and then go in for you know, 6 or 7 reps, whatever you can get to. Just priming up the quads, ready to go into some big compound lifts after this, getting some blood in the area.
Then we move on to a reverse banded hack, so you can see the green hack in the background as I come down there. That just helps me out the bottom there, and evens out the strength curve, as obviously it's quite light at the top when your joints are stacked. So just using that band to help me out there at the bottom, make it a bit lighter, and then it gets heavier at the top. 2 straight sets here, one of 6 to 8, quite a heavy set, and then a back off set of anywhere sort of 8 to 10 reps, 12 reps maybe. We then got 3 sets of the lying hamstring curl, just recorded the one. 3 straight sets just to get some blood into the hamstring area. Straight set of 8, 10, and then 12 I think it was. Just getting me primed and ready for some deadlifts after this. Keeping the sort of glutes and the hip area pinned down as much as I can, pressed to the pad, and not raising up too much. It's quite a difficult connection for me, the hamstring. It's an area I'm working on, grown to like training them more and more. Then we're into deadlifts, two sets here, one of 6 to 8, and then a back off of 8 to 12, somewhere in that region. This is actually my first week of training post, a week's deload basically. So this is just getting some numbers on the board, and they will progress week on week here. Got a photo shoot booked for about 16, 17 weeks time. So first top set here of 140, I think that is on the bar, 6 to 8, and then a back off set of I think it was 120. So again, just feeling out the numbers and seeing what I can do. Some more upper back and lat focus after this, which I didn't record. I didn't record it all, but yeah, great session.
So workout done, just out with the dog. Here he is, Hunty, say hello. So quite a common thing when I'm out walking a dog is other dogs off the lead, which is a pet hate of mine, because Dante is a big dog. People with little dogs think it's okay to let their dog come near my dog, which is not okay. He's only one. He's a big baby. I've had these dogs for 16 years. He's not aggressive. I've got a couple of kids and they've grown up with dogs, all the same breed. But if you're one of them, just because he's big doesn't mean it's okay. And if he squashes your dog and your dog's off the lead, it's not my fault. So please don't do it. And by law, you should have your dog on the lead if it's not under control. And if your dog runs behind my dog, certainly not in control, and he certainly doesn't like it, and you try wrestling a 55 kilo Italian Mastiff, it's not the easiest thing to do. So, Dante's trying to enjoy his walk. Let me enjoy mine.